are two odd-paired characters, Owen and Parker, who have decided to get married. Owen is visibly excited about their wedding as he enthusiastically shows Parker a design layout of how their special day would look using his miniature superhero toys. Owen, a total goofball who finds joy in the smallest things and loves applying his nerdy analogies to everything, works as a bank manager. Parker shares the exciting news that her parents have finally decided to attend their wedding, which makes Owen nervous but excited. On his way to work, Owen shares the news with his parents, Margie and Neil, who still believe that Parker is a stripper and wonder how her nomadic parents can fit into their son's life. Later, at a dinner with his family, Owen's parents are both curious and happy to learn that Parker's parents have decided to come to the wedding despite their initial doubts. Nervous about meeting his in-laws, Owen gets a surprise visit from Parker's rowdy-looking parents, Billy and Lily McDermott. They exude a mysterious aura that makes Owen feel even more intimidated in their presence. As Parker's assistant takes the day off from the studio, Owen decides to spend the day with his future in-laws as a way to get to know them better. During a visit to a club, Billy and Lily realize that Owen is a naive idiot. This is also when we see that Billy has a connection with the Russian mafia Rehan. The next morning, an overly dehydrated and hungover Owen arrives at his office, only to find two robbers holding everyone at gunpoint to rob the bank. Although scared and confused during the ordeal, Owen senses a familiar connection to the robbers, but keeps it to himself. When Agent Oldham arrives for questioning, Owen learns that the robbers are most likely the notorious Ghost Bandits, who have been inactive for the past couple of years. The bandits have a pattern of robbing banks in different cities before going underground to avoid being tracked. Owen begins to connect the dots and starts suspecting that his in-laws may be the Ghost Bandits. On their way back, Billy and Lily present a brand new sports car to Owen and Parker as a wedding gift, raising Owen's suspicion. Later, Owen calls Tyree, his co-worker and friend who often lends him his advice, and shares what he feels about Parker's parents and how he must share this with her. However, Tyree points out that back at the club, despite being drunk, Owen voluntarily shared all the important information about the bank's vault with Lily. So this makes him an accomplice to the crime. Tyree suggests forgetting everything and moving on. Next, we see Owen meeting his parents and sharing that his in-laws are the Ghost Bandits who robbed his bank. He requests them to be their intrusive selves when they meet the McDermotts. However, Owen's parents are living in some other level of reality and get really drunk and loud when they meet Parker's parents at the restaurant. When they ask about their past whereabouts, Lily smartly diverts the attention back to Margie and Neil, and they end up discussing an orgy Margie once went to. After an unsuccessful attempt to find out Lily and Billy's past life, Owen shares his analogy with Parker that her parents robbed the bank. Parker, who listens to everything with a cold reaction, despite being accused of her parents robbing a bank, points out that Owen has shared the bank vault's critical information with other people as well, and the accusation is baseless. She thinks he has lost his mind. The following day, Billy and Lily take Owen's old car and visit Rehan. Obviously, Owen is doing his own investigation, so he decides to follow them in his new car. Despite his honest intention of following them as he envisioned in his mind, things don't happen his way, and he gets stuck in the middle of the road. The McDermotts reach Rehan's mansion where she is drawing herself draw a picture of herself. Anyway, both of them drop a bag full of million-dollar bills and tell her that they should be left alone. However, Rehan uses her reverse Uno card trick and tells them to get her $5 more million within a week's time, as she bore a loss due to other members of the Ghost Bandits. While the trio is busy discussing their deal, Owen, on the other hand, somehow makes his way into the mansion, and after fighting with a group of adorable-looking Dobermans, finally overhears the entire thing. On his way back home, Owen is stopped by Agent Oldham, who suspects he has something to do with the robbery. When Oldham checks the car trunk, he finds all the necessary tools that would be required to rob a bank. Owen is then taken into custody, and he shares his analogy with the agent. Oldham asks him to work with him to clear his name from the case and help him get a confession from his in-laws by wearing a wire. Upon arriving home, Owen tries to extract a confession from Parker's parents, using his very not cute tone and behavior that is super odd. However, Parker, against all odds, insists that everyone should head to the bakery to place an order for the wedding cake. While at the bakery, Rehan unexpectedly ambushes it and takes Parker hostage, demanding that Lily and Billy bring her other rest of the money. To Parker's shock, she discovers that Owen was, in fact, correct about her parents, and Billy explains to her that this was precisely why they severed all contact with her. Just then, Agent Oldham arrives at the scene and maintains a watchful eye from a safe distance outside the bakery. However, chaos ensues as Rayhan's men open fire, and amid the mayhem, Rayhan escapes with Parker while Lily and Billy attempt to handle the situation on their own. Meanwhile, Owen is left screaming in utter confusion as he struggles to understand the chaotic events around him. Just as Billy and Lily try to pursue Rayhan, Agent Oldham intervenes, but he stumbles when Parker tries a stupid stunt to chase the captors of his fiancée. In the next scene, we witness Parker's parents devising a plan among themselves, while Owen suggests that they could rob another bank as a means to acquire the necessary funds. He presents multiple options, and their first attempt turns into chaos, with the police chasing them through a cemetery, resulting in damaged gravestones. From this heist, the trio only manages to obtain a meager $60. Wow. Determined to rescue his fiancée, Owen proposes yet again that they rob Phoebe King's bank, renowned for its state-of-the-art security systems. They make a plan, and soon we find Owen desperately pleading with Phoebe to reveal her techniques for securing a bank vault. He tries to convince her by saying that he wishes to use the same measures in order to make his bank heist-proof. Phoebe is meant to be a strong, independent, and bossy lady, but unfortunately, she cracks poor jokes about lactating over sob stories by cute, desperate men. Despite this, she proceeds to demonstrate the multi-layered biometric security features protecting her vault. As planned, Lily and Billy enter the bank wearing their bandit masks. Taking everyone hostage, Owen uses this opportunity to sneak into the vault and collects all the cash, and somehow gets outside smoothly without any issues. His weird all-time high cousin RJ arrives in his getaway van and takes Owen to a warehouse where Rayhan awaits, alongside Parker, who is wearing a poor version of Harley Quinn's kind of wedding dress. Simultaneously, unbeknownst to Owen and the others, Agent Oldham had been devising his own heist plan involving Owen's parents. He positioned himself outside the bank where Owen works, assuming that the Ghost Bandits would strike there. However, when Tyree recognizes Owen's parents and engages them in conversation, Agent Oldham discerns that he has fallen into a trap. He quickly gives chase to Billy and Lily, who are orchestrating a distraction for the police. Meanwhile, upon their arrival at the warehouse, Rayhan is impressed by Owen's successful bank robbery and announces her intention to kill the couple anyway. It is at this moment that Owen realizes the gun Billy had given him is a water pistol. Yet again, he unintentionally pulls the trigger, resulting in the accidental death of Rayhan and her men. Just as Parker and Owen are reunited, her parents join in, and the family embraces each other tightly after everything they went through. In a heartwarming moment, Owen shares a wet kiss with Billy, while Parker's tearful father accepts him as his son-in-law. Eventually, the police arrive and discover everyone's whereabouts. Seizing the opportunity, Owen grabs the bag full of money and makes a dash back to Phoebe's vault, pretending he never left the bank in the first place. The ending reveals that Owen and Parker have tied the knot. Both Billy and Lily attend the wedding reception, and Owen's parents are overjoyed to have them there.